Hey folks, welcome to Fyrefly's Follies. I hope you enjoyed the video today. If you do, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out quite a bit. And if you haven't subscribed, I hope that you will and you'll stick around. Today I am making marinated pickled garlic mushrooms. Now, let me show you that this is the ideal size mushroom for pickling. However, I got mushrooms that were about that big around, because that was what was available, and I'm not going to be choosy. I'm just going to take what I can get at this point. So I've cut them into pieces, and now I'm going to soak them, and I'm going to soak them for a little while. I know it's just cold water that I'm soaking them in, and I bought organic mushrooms, and I know that dirt is a natural thing. I'm all about natural, but I don't want dirt in my jars. It's just that simple. So I'm going to let these soak, and then I'm going to drain them off, and depending on how dirty the water is, I might actually soak them a second time. And once I'm ready to get started with the next step in making pickled dill mushrooms, I will bring you back. Okay, I have let the mushrooms soak for about 10 minutes. Walked by every once in a while and given them a little bit of a stir. So I'm going to transfer them over to another wash tub so that I can take a look at this water, because if it's super dirty, I'm going to soak them in clean water for a few more minutes. Well, there's a lot of clumps of dirt in this. I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it was pretty dirty. So I think I'm going to go ahead and give them another soak, just for about 10 minutes or so. While they're doing a second soak, I will get everything ready to marinate them in. So once we're finished with this soak, I will bring you back. Okay, I ended up soaking the mushrooms for a total of about 20 minutes or so. 10 minutes, and then I changed the water and soaked them another 10 minutes. These were organic and they weren't pre-washed, so I wanted to make sure that they were very clean. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a brine, and I'm going to bring them up to a boil, and I'm going to simmer them in the brine for 10 minutes. Now I'll leave the full recipe in the description box below. I've adjusted it for the amount of mushrooms that I'm doing. So I have water, I have canning salt, and we're going to add white vinegar. Turn this where I can see. Alright, so I'm going to bring this up to a boil and simmer them for 10 minutes. Now, I've got my lid sitting back here. I brought the water up to a boil. I shut it off, I let it cool for just a minute, and then I dropped my lids in so they'll stay nice and hot. And I also sanitized my jars. I boiled them for 10 minutes, and I've got them just sitting on low so they stay nice and hot while we wait on this to boil. I've also chopped up some onion, some red and yellow bell pepper, and I have my garlic and my dill ready for once we get ready to do the jars. So once this comes up to a boil and simmers for 10 minutes, I will bring you back. Okay, so our 10 minutes is up. We simmered in the brine for 10 minutes. I got some jars out. I've been keeping them hot, so now we're going to fill the jars. Then we're going to debubble and we're going to wipe the rim. I am making garlic dill marinated mushrooms tonight. So, into each jar, I'm going to put a small sprig of dill. One more. Let's get some of these little wispies. Alright. And I've chopped up some onions, and I'm going to put at least one wedge into each jar. I just wedged them up, cut them into eighths, I think. They weren't very big. And a few pieces of pepper. And this is just some tricolor peppers that I had left over. And then into each jar, I'm going to put 2 large cloves of garlic. Now, you can use more garlic, you can use less garlic, you can use no garlic. 3 small ones, I guess. I like the garlic, so I don't mind the very garlic flavor that that's going to give. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take a slotted spoon, and we are going to fill our jars to a 1/2 inch headspace. I may only get 3 jars. Now, I'm canning these for long-term storage. You do not have to can them. You can make a small batch, stick it in your fridge, let it marinate and pickle for 2 or 3 weeks. You don't have to can it. And if I end up with a short jar, I will put it in my refrigerator. Word to the wise, don't stick your face over a boiling vinegar vat. Alright, so ultimately this one is probably going to end up going in the fridge. So now we're going to fill them with the brine, and then we'll debubble them. I'm going to get all the air pockets out. And we are going to a 1/2 inch headspace on these. Alright, so the next thing that I'm going to do, and I know this is vinegar that I'm filling the jars with, but I'm not going to take a chance with canned goods. I have a small bowl of vinegar. It's just a little bowl that I use that has about a tablespoon of vinegar in it. Small piece of paper towel, and I'm going to wipe the rims just to make sure that anything that's on it gets off of it. And then again, my lids have been back here in hot water. I'm going to put my rings on fingertip tight, and I'm going to put these into the water bath canner, and I'm going to bring it back up to a boil. And once it is up to a full rolling boil, I'm going to process these for 20 minutes. So I'm going to load these back in the canner, get them up to boil, process them 20 minutes, and I will bring you back when the 20 minutes is up. Alright, so I brought the mushrooms up to a rolling boil and I processed them for 20 minutes. And I've turned them off and let them sit for about 5 minutes. So now let's get them out and see how they look. See if I can get that to focus for you. They are just absolutely lovely. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let these sit until tomorrow, probably 24 hours, but sometime tomorrow. I will come back and take the rings off, and I will wash them and label them. I'm going to label these with the date that they were made and the first date that you can eat them. These need to sit for at least 2 weeks to marinate or pickle. At least 2 weeks. And they are best at 4 weeks. So I will actually add these to my pantry, and I probably won't eat these for 3 or 4 months. I have a few left from the last canning. But they are beautiful. You can see the pepper in there. You can see the dill and the garlic. Turned out lovely. I hope that you enjoyed the video today. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really does help my channel out. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you will subscribe and stick around a while, and if you hit the notification bell, they'll let you know when I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching today. Have a great day.